Why, Mr. Anderson? Why? Why?
Hello, welcome to West Ham Grumble on Irons United with me, Alf Gasparo. So, what a week it's been in the West Ham world. The players came back from international duty. We thought we could, rally together after the defeat against Brighton. Spurs came down to the London Stadium and we lost 1-0. Do you know what? I thought it was a bit of a 50-50 game. I thought we had some chances, they had some chances. So overall, I'm disappointed, but I'm not furious. With the result. I thought some of the players did really well. Do you know what? I'm going to say it. I actually like Snodgrass. I think he's been a really good player for us this season. I think other players, are starting to really develop. I think our, central defensive partnership there. Diop especially, he's really good. I really enjoy him. Creswell came in, and I thought, I've always been a bit of a Creswell fan, I've got to say, and I think he's a great defender. And it was good to see him going forward, overlapping at times, putting in a couple of crosses as well. So, and he actually floated one high, for the Arnautovic header that almost went in. So, do you know what? I thought he did well. Again, Fabianski, what a great keeper he is for us. Making saves, conventional and unconventional as well, you might say. So, good stuff there. Arnautovic again, always brilliant. Unfortunately, it's such a sad time in many ways because we've also got Yarmolenko who's got injury. How long he's going to be out for now, who knows? It could be quite a serious one, or could be one we could be back in a few weeks. Also transpires there are a few unsavory comments made by some of the Spurs fans during that period when he's being stretchered off. I don't even want to get into it. I just think it's really poor form when you're really saying horrible things against somebody who's got a really serious injury here. It doesn't matter who you support. I just think you need to just rein that in a little bit there. That's my opinion. What do I know? There's also been lots of stuff this last week in the West Ham world, about, the Rice contract negotiations, whether that's going to sort of that should have been leaked, should have not been leaked. The whole, this March thing gone behind the scenes and, the suspension from the club and all this kind of stuff. I don't even want to talk about that. As far as I'm concerned, that's not about the club, that's not about West Ham football, as I say. Yes, it's surrounding the club, but it's not about West Ham football, and that's all I really want to talk about, really. So getting back to centred on the football, I thought we did really well in parts. We had a much better second half than the first half, and I thought we almost could have taken them as well. I thought we had some great players in there playing really well, but we also had some below par performances, and I'm afraid to say I don't want him to be my whipping boy, but Anderson.
Why, Mr. Anderson? Why? Why do you persist?
I think we can all agree that Anderson has not really lived up to the expectation that we wanted him to be. That we hoped he could be. Anderson.
As you can see, we've had our eye on you for some time now, Mr. Anderson.
I think everybody's going, what? And then you could have a great 5 minutes, and then for the rest of the game is just poor. Poor by his standards of things, and poor by our expectations of him. He costs a lot of money, and I think, it was great to see, Yarmolenko just playing on the left as well. And this is what I've been calling out for this last, few weeks, to say, well, actually swap them over. Yarmolenko left, Anderson right. But it wasn't, it wasn't kind of working. But Anderson, I just don't think, was really, at the races again. Whilst other players are really trying, and they are creating opportunities, I think Anderson is the weak link within it. Now we've got injuries of Yarmolenko. Hopefully Snodgrass can come in and be an able substitute, for him. But again, it's putting a lot of pressure on one player to perform in a particular role, week in, week out now. We've got Wilshere out. He could be out longer than anybody anticipated. We knew it, didn't we? We knew it when we bought him. This is wheelchair Jack. But, oh, you know, hope not. Carroll, is he going to come back? I don't know. I'm not even sure if I want him back. I'm not sure will he be effective? Will we play to his effectiveness? I'll tell you what, it was good to see Hernandez back. And I know we scored a goal that was disallowed, and rightly so. It was offside. However, it was good to see him in that role. It was good to see Pellegrini, you know, investing in our youth as well and trying to get them through. And I really like Pellegrini for that. It's not just he's not gonna just stick to the old players, you know, the tried and tested. He's going to try and inject youth, and that's what I've been calling for the last, you know, couple of years. If you've read a lot of the columns that I've written and the videos that I made, you know, always trying to promote youth. So I'm glad we got a manager who really wants to do that. Whether it's Diangano, whether it's I don't know, whoever else, you know, Rice. I mean, Rice, he is the poster boy for, you know, our youth coming through, isn't he? I mean, he's always, you know, playing well. And I know there's all the contract negotiations going on in the background and all that, you know, and not club versus country, but country versus country choice for him and all that kind of stuff going on. However, he is still one of our best players who performs week in, week out at a level above where he probably should be, you know. And I mean that with all due respect to him, that, you know, he is still a young lad. So he's playing like he's a, you know, 28-year-old or a 30-year-old. He's got that maturity. He can read the game really well. Whereas other players like Anderson...
Why do you do it?
You expect so much more, you know, but he's just not there. He's not delivering on that. I think we had frailties in midfield. I think we had opportunities to score and create more chances. We came alive in the second half a bit more, but you know what? It was an unfortunate day at the races, I would say, for us. You know, we were there, we were competing, we were trying, we were creating opportunities. Another day, another team, we would have got a result. But you know what? We've got the worst of the fixtures over now. You know, we've had a bum start to the season. We've had, you know, really tough games. But now hopefully we can kick on. You know, we've got Leicester this coming, the next fixture. Then we've got Spurs again in the Cup. And I think we can do them in the Cup. I think I'm going to be confident. And now my flag to the wall or my colours to the mast, whatever it is. And I'm going to say we're going to beat them 2-1. Anyway. That's what I think. So, look, West Ham Grumble, yeah, it's a bit disappointing that we lost. Grumble that, you know, Yarmolenko got stretchered off and the comments that were made. Grumble that Anderson really hasn't, you know, shown what he should have shown.
Why, Mr. Anderson? Why? Why do you persist?
Some of the other players as well, you know them. I'm not going to go into them. But, you know what, I think there's hope now that we can hopefully get some results, eke out some results over the next few games at least. The next one against Leicester is going to be tough. I thought Puel was going to be the first manager to be sacked this season. That was my tip, actually. Completely wrong, possibly. But yeah, who knows? But you know, they've not been doing too badly themselves, so that's going to be an interesting match. I think, you know, we could get a result there. I'm not expecting a win. I'm hopeful for a win, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, this has been my West Ham Grumble off the back of another defeat. Hopefully, you know, we can turn things around and, you know, start climbing up the table. So, subscribe to Irons United because they're really cool. And you can catch me whenever and wherever I am. Cheers now.
We're willing to wipe the slate clean. Give you a fresh start. All that we're asking in return is your cooperation.